Greetings. We're back again for another play. I'm going to be uploading a bunch of videos at once, apparently. So, today is going to be the 10th of spring, and it's going to be Vince's birthday. And depending on how the spirits are feeling, just for funsies, we may make a run toward the Dust Sprite goal of 500 killed, and I believe I'm on 384. We also have to stop by Ginger Island whether we want to or not, because I have a special order that started back on the 8th when I wasn't recording for, it's probably Gus, because he's experimenting with recipes. So he's looking for 100 ginger, and at the moment I'm on, I believe it's 26 harvested and shipped. So we got some work to do there. 21 days to do it in, so we don't absolutely have to hit ginger today. But since the amount you harvest is variable from day to day, we'll have to take advantage of what opportunities we can get. So, as usual, the first stop is going to be the TV. Oh yeah, today's a rainy day on Ginger Island. I do want to go over there and try something if I can find it. Tomorrow, sunny days all around for the 11th. Today's fortune good humor, a little extra luck. Okay, whatever. Queen of Sauce rerun. Shrimp cocktail. And that was one that I had missed before, so I've got it now. Okay. The next obvious thing to do looks like it's actually going to be to clear inventory. Hit up the various fridges and chests and shipping bin because I've got some things I didn't deal with yesterday. We finished the trash bear that I mentioned the other day. I needed some kale, actually. I had some amaranth in the fridge. So that got done. And whatever animation happens when you do a few requests for him got done. According to the wiki, he clears up some sort of forest debris blocking some water. But I don't know what that was. I didn't notice anything obvious. Blind didn't see it. And apparently he cleans up Pam's front yard too, of whatever trash is there. Something else I can't see. So whatever. We are gonna check in on the raccoon while we're out today. Because the other day I completed his request for mushrooms and eggs, so we'll see what he wants now. If he's come up with anything yet. So obviously it's yet another day when I freeze time. I do that as a matter of course, honestly, because I've even tried just days where I just tend the farm and I can't complete everything in the time allowed by a normal game day. So,
You've got mail.
I am a shameless time freezer. Because I would rather freeze time and accomplish what I want to accomplish than have to spend extra days because of the way the game time's set up. Alright then, so let's see. We have an artifact spot. Let's go see what that's about. Pigs are digging up truffles. And we got something in a mystery box. So let's see. Let's tend the animals first. That takes longest, honestly. My sprinklers are helping with the watering especially. So chasing them around is what takes most of my day these days. I planted a whole bunch of rice yesterday. So I've got probably 21 or so rows of rice growing. Just because I had them, it's something, you pick them up in the mines, you may as well use them. And I had a place where there's some natural water on the farm. Also planted some on Ginger Island just because it was there, basically. Get out of the way. Can we? The animals do love to get in the way. And they move while you're trying to tend them, too. Got animals blocking the path again. Can't get to one because the other's in the way. There we go. Okay. Now we find Sam after petting all the livestock and harvesting what we can out here. And we make him happy, happy, happy. And I finally figured out how to harvest a fish pond properly. You just have to not be holding a tool when you interact with it. Don't have to actually retrieve the fish, good, because that's safer for them. Okay, so that cauliflower was all that needed watering out here. So we will head for the greenhouse. Blueberry, strawberry, more blueberry, more strawberry, more strawberry, more strawberry, and more strawberry. It's a shame these aren't useful for recipes, which is strange because just how delicious strawberries are. But anyway, go more strawberries. Now we get broccoli. 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 Oops. Broccoli. More broccoli. And hot pepper. Hot pepper. Full inventory. So we will head over to the mini shipping bin and see what we can drop. Silver goat milk. I'll make cheese with that, I guess. Price ticket, I gotta do something with that too. Sturgeon roe, that's gonna be caviar. Silver wool, I'll toss that on a loom. Melons. That should have ended up in the fridge, but it didn't. So I'll have to see if I can make room. Those are just common melons. They are occasionally useful for recipes. Truffle. I've got one. I'll pick up more. So for now, it goes in the bin. Strawberries in the bin. Iridium large cow milk in the bin. Gold milk. I'll make a little cheese with that too, I guess. Daffodils. I'll carry those around in case I find someone who wants one. They're usually liked gifts anyway, if I'm not mistaken. Mystery boxes, I'll hang on to that. Stone. Gold goat milk. Cheese would be worth a little more, but I'll sell that one. Blueberry in the bin. More blueberry. I believe I've got 30 or 40 of those still, so I'll sell these. Besides, I get some every few days. Strawberry in the bin, gold one. Wheat, I'm going to make beer with that one. And there's some unmilled rice I gotta deal with too. More strawberries in the bin. More broccoli in the bin. Hot peppers in the bin, assuming there's room. It's questionable. Okay, let's go. Over here to this keg. Just for funsies, I'm gonna brew this beer up, and when it comes out of the keg, I'm gonna head down to the cellar, toss it in a cask, and brew it all the way up to iridium quality. It's probably not the best idea since my character's husband is an alcoholic, but I'm gonna just sell it or give it as a gift to somebody else. And I'm curious to see how it works. I think it takes 2 full seasons to bring something up from basic to iridium, and I haven't been in there in several days, so I had some gold stuff in there that may already be iridium. Anyway, that's in the keg now. So let's see what else we need to harvest. Actually, let's do this watering first. That's what I originally came in here for. And now we've got the ancient fruit and the tomato watered. And now 1 strawberry. 2 strawberry. And we return to harvest. Cactus fruit. Cactus fruit. 3 cactus fruit. 4 cactus fruit. 5 cactus fruit. Green bean. Corn. More corn. Some more. And some more. More green bean. More corn. More corn. Grape. Whoops. Grape. Tomato. Tomato. More tomato. Grape. Oops, nope. Full inventory. But we've got some beets that are ready too, so we'll come back for that. Gotta dump off some stuff in the shipping bin and see if we can make room in the fridge somewhere for some others, it looks like. Failing that, there's always a chest. Got so many of those kicking around. Cactus fruit. I'm gonna do a quick wiki. Do I have any need for that for recipes? I know it makes a good gift for somebody. We'll check on that too. I think it might be Linus. He's already had his 2 this week. Cactus fruit. Linus, Pam, and Sam love cactus fruit. Okay. I will save a couple of those for gifts then, I guess, today. Bundles, recipes. Cactus fruit is not used in any recipes. Okay. So let's see. The gold cactus fruit and the silver. Okay, some of the stuff I tried to put in that miniature chest didn't fit, so I ended up back with them in inventory. Gold green bean also goes in the bin. Silver corn in the bin. Hay, only one handful. That's from the wheat I harvested over on ginger. I'll go toss it in the silo if I can anyway. Silver green bean in the bin. Rhubarb. I'll hang on to that, although I'm not sure where I'm going to put it. That reminds me of something else I've been meaning to check. I keep broccoli, but should I? Is there a need for it in recipes, or is it only cauliflower? My computer was being dumb for a minute. Broccoli. No, it is not used in recipes. Okay. In that case, into the bin it goes. Tomatoes, there's a gold one, it goes in the bin. And 3 common, I'll keep those. So back to the greenhouse, see if we can polish off the rest of that harvest. Some of the things that aren't used in recipes really just don't make sense. I can think of a broccoli recipe without half trying. Alright, so here's this other grape. And another. And another. And here's a beet. And hot pepper. Hot peppers. Come on. The tile movement is really rather imprecise on this. Even if the screen reader says that you're facing something, sometimes you step right over it and land on it. Anyway, green bean. Another green bean. Whoops, new full inventory again. I think we'll sell all of these peppers. I've still got a pretty good stock in the house. And I think I'll sell all of the corn too, because I've got a bunch in there. I've been saving it up for oil and tortillas, and I've got quite a stockpile. also in the bin. There's a gold hot pepper definitely in the bin. Lewis got one for his birthday the other day, and he was happy. Rhubarb. Rhubarb. It's actually not a bad crop to sell if you just want to make some money. But I'm saving that one for a pie. I'm not sure who likes it, but it's a recipe I haven't made yet, so what the heck. Okay, all of the tomatoes are staying with me. Because I'm not sure exactly how many of those I've got. I think I've got a fair stockpile, but I'm not sure. We'll see in a minute. Silver green bean in the bin. All the grapes stay with me because they always stay with me because they're Junimo food. Even though today Vincent would like one for a present, he's going to get cranberry candy instead. So let's try this again. And go figure, we came in here just for one bean. Let's now go over to the barn. Oh good, we got plenty of harvest out here too. There's some parsnips ready. And a preserves jar. And a tapper. And a keg. So yeah, we'll do that in a little bit. I'm going to clear out my inventory somewhat first in the house. After I drop off one of these grow, if I can find a free preserves jar. And I cannot at the moment, so I guess those will go into the fish chest instead. Because it looks like both preserve jars are already engaged and I haven't made any extras yet. Because when I do, then I have to find somewhere to put them, and that gets annoying. Alright, we'll put those in there. And we'll go over here to the barn. And we harvest the cheese. And start making some goat cheese. And harvest the cheese. And start making some cheese. And the oil makers are all empty today, so I don't need that. Into the farmhouse we go. Shane may be in there. I haven't seen him yet today. Benjamin's all by himself. Well, he's asleep at this stage, apparently. So let's see now. Just dropping things in chests just to get them out of the way, if they are something that'll stack. Now we're at the mini shipping bin. Let's see what we can get rid of. Oh, damn. I forgot to put the wool in. Oh, well. I'll just sell it then. It's not that big a difference. And I'll hang on to this basic cheese, because I use a lot. Goat cheese goes into the bin. And now let's check the fridges. And see if I've got any broccoli to take out to make room. That iridium quality milk. I'm going to take that out, because I've got 16 silvers anyways. Let's see. What else? 98 blueberries. Yeah, I got plenty of that. Blackberries. I got some of that. Good. Those tomatoes are in there. 5 parsnips. 15 green beans. Fiddlehead ferns. Yep, there's broccoli. It goes out. Bok choy. 32 hot peppers. Yeah, there's plenty of those. 118 gingers. I could easily make the requirement if it wasn't one of those silly you have to harvest it fresh and then turn it in things. Okay, whatever. Snow yams, winter roots, 3 beets, largemouth bass, dandelion, and we've got some empty slots in here. So we move to the next fridge now. Oil, wheat, carp, crayfish, oysters, shrimp, moss, squid ink, mayo, maple syrup, a couple of amaranth, artichokes, excuse me, winter roots, more of those, and snow yams. I can move those over to the first fridge and make room in there. Oh, I didn't mention the cranberries, but yeah, I've got some of those. And I can, I think, move no, it was carp, not more largemouth bass. Okay. Silver tomatoes. I can take those out and sell them. Blackberries, I can move those over to the other one, I think. Although quality is always a question. Okay, these must not be the same quality. They didn't stack. Okay, that's why. Iridium blackberries, they're foraged. That's about the only reason I put iridium in there. So, they're in the fridge now with the rest. See anything else to clear in here? 31 broccoli. Yeah, we can clear that. A couple of garlic. 2 silver, 9 common garlic. We'll take the silver out. There was only 2 of those. 6 red cabbage. We'll keep that. 17 coconuts. I need to take 10 over to Ginger Island for something, although I can't remember what. And since I don't get many coconuts, we'll leave those silver ones in there too. 19 hot peppers. We'll see if we can stack those up in the first one. 6 silver melons. And we'll put the common ones in here with those. I don't have many melons, so we'll leave those silver ones in there since that's what we've got the most of. And we've got cave carrots, wild plums, iridium that are forageable. Cave carrots, a little bit of cheese, salmon, some common quality large milk, vinegar, pineapple, a few leeks, some kale, melons, a couple of tunas, and a few more pineapples. Since I don't have many of those, I left the silver quality in. So let's see what's in the third fridge. No, I don't want to eat garlic. 3 sacks of sugar. I need more of those. Which is why I think I milled some beets the other day. Green algae and white algae. There's moss in the second fridge. Clams. Cockles. More cockles. Crayfish. Flounder. Mussels. Periwinkle. Radish. Pumpkin. Some green bean. More fiddleheads. I believe I can move those fiddleheads. More cheese. Snails, some shrimp. I'll try to move those over too. Red mullet, rainbow trout, pike. More hot peppers. I got lots of those. Wow. Well, that's what happens when you marry a pepper freak. Lots of common mushrooms. More mussels. More tuna. And some eggs. Alright then. So we head back over to the first fridge. Add to stacks and see what happens. Alright, that'll do for the moment. I may discover that I missed some and have more organizing to do later, but so be it. Let's see. In there. Cheese I should have put in there. In the fridge. I don't have all that much, it looks like. Okay, let's go back to this third fridge. So, it seems like I missed something there. Guess not. I'll stick them in there on purpose then. Alright, now we'll go back over here to the bin again and sell these 44 broccolis, and I'm going to get almost 3,400 gold for it all. Silver tomatoes, they go to garlic. Rhubarb. I must only have one of those. It's a good thing I've got some growing, because I don't have any in the fridge. Until now. So, it looks like all that's done for the moment. Well, most of it anyway. I think I've still got some cheese on me. But if I intend to go to the mines, that may not be such a terrible thing. I can take it with me along with a crab cake, and that should do for that. We'll see, though. Next step, I think, is going to be to try to see what's on the board today, if anything, and try to find Vincent. Which means, actually, that I goofed and need to grab his candy. The other day, I made enough presents to get through the month, because I've got Vincent, and then I've got Pam, and I've got Shane, and Pierre and Emily. So I've got several things prepared. Emily is more of a mineral type, but that's okay because I've got scads of minerals. Cranberry candy, there we go, that's Vince. Pam, Alex, and Kent are in town. Let's see if I manage to catch Vince before he left his home. That requires a trip to the forest. And so while we're down there, we'll check on the raccoon. You know, this Radish Jam was my first favorite song on the soundtrack. Oh, there's Jazz. And I'm wrong there. Vincent will be in town, not... Vincent will be in town, not in the forest, but since I came here, I may as well check now. Raccoon. I goofed. Usually you see Vincent and Jazz together a lot, but they're not always together. They are from different families, even if it doesn't seem like it sometimes. I still think it's strange they're the only two children in town. Raccoon says, now we can grow the family bigger. Okay. No request today, then. Although why a raccoon is asking a human for food, who knows? Particularly the dried mushrooms. You wouldn't think that would be something a raccoon would want, but they did. Oh well, something to do in the game, I guess. Jody and Sam, no Vincent. He's already gone. Now it's Kent, Lewis, and Alex out here. So we'll go see if they're in the museum. Sometimes they have their schooling in there. Yep, here he is. I think I interrupted the lesson for Penny's birthday last year too, so... Oh well, I guess I'm an equal opportunity lesson interrupter and smile bringer. Hello, Vincent. Here's your candy. Is that a birthday present? Can I open it now? Oh wow, this is exactly what I wanted. Yay, yay! So I now have a very, very happy Vincent. And that is that. I will get out of here and let him get back to the lesson. Because I am going to go see Clint, because I've got a couple of golden coconuts. Five pineapple seeds. Okay. And a banana sapling. Good. That will definitely get planted today. I don't think I've got one of those on Ginger Island. We'll fix that today if I don't. I don't remember whether the other tree I planted two on Ginger Island. And I'm not sure if they were both mango or if one was banana. So anyhow, that's done, and we will now check the inventory, see what else we need to do. Cactus fruit. Okay, yeah, alright. Just for fun, I'm gonna go over to Sam and give him the cactus fruit. Just for funsies. Sam is in his room. We'll give Sam the gold one. Just for fun. Sam says this is my absolute favorite. Good. Let's see. If I recall correctly, no flowers for Jody because Sam is allergic. So we will not do that. Instead, we'll head back to the farm and deal with the mill. I have 7 bundles of unmilled rice that I've been carrying around, and I've got to do something with them. Yes, I do. see, have I given Pam all of her gifts yet this week? Not yet. I've got 10 hearts with her, but what the heck, why not? Pam said, hey, now this is really something. Thanks a million, kid. And it wasn't a beer. Yay. Now we head over to the output, and we pick up the sugar I milled the other day. Yeah, I just bumped into the telephone, which reminds me, Pierre really has no taste. Because late winter, he called me to advertise and remind me that he was going to be selling seeds. Okay, that was with 12 sacks of sugar, not bad. The problem is that he did it at 6 o'clock in the morning. Do not advertise to me at 6 o'clock in the morning. Besides, I don't need the reminders. You're the only game in town anyway. I whacked Joja. I'm looking at the workbench because I've got an idea. I'm trying to figure something out. Alright, I need some copper ore. I've got plenty, I should, in the stone chest. But otherwise, that should all be available in that first chest. I'm making some flute blocks for something I've heard about happens on Ginger Island for a rainy day. Right, that's those. I don't know how that was going to work because it doesn't. Well, yeah, I guess it does change notes. I just have to get used to them. That always strikes me as weird. Anyway, I'm rambling. You don't know what I'm talking about. But we'll find out in a minute. If I can find the thing anyway. If not, I just wasted a few resources. I've got plenty. But I don't actually know what's going to happen if I succeed at this. Rumor has it, rumor being something I've passed on the wiki a few times, that there's a mermaid you can get to on a rainy day on Ginger Island. And if you play the right song for her, you get something or something. And I have to go to Ginger Island anyway. I don't really want to today. But like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, there's a quest I'm on. Matter of fact, I think maybe I won't bother going to the mine today when I get back. Or maybe I will. I don't know. There's no real crush on those Adventurer Guild goals. It just kind of depends on when I feel like it. I think today maybe I'll stick to Ginger Island and do the mine some other day. I'm also eventually going to have to do another volcano dungeon run. With some shards, just for fun, some cinder shards, just for fun, to try to upgrade my galaxy sword to whatever its true form is. I've heard it takes 60 for that and some other stuff I can't recall at the moment. So let's see who's on the island today. Nobody, because it's a rainy day. That's interesting. I do not know where this is supposed to be done, because I don't see anything unusual. There are no NPCs out here. Or anything. Huh. Okay, well, before I worry about that, something that was pretty much just a play. Actually, what am I talking about? This whole game is just playing. But anyway, I'll try to find some ginger first and water my crops that I've got on this island. Plant that banana sapling. the island cave. So let's see if I can find a fairly straight section of ocean to play with. Okay, let's move Angie up a tile. And then we'll try placing these again. I'll try and line these up. So put her on 2226. Face south. Drop another. Now she's at 2326. Face south. Drop another. 2426. Face south and drop another. Oops. Okay. Okay. So we've got them all set up now. Huh. That's terrible. That's just terrible. Alrighty then. Anyway, that's obviously the wrong place, even if it happens to be the right tone, which I'm not at all sure of. So we'll pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up. And pick it up. Anyway. Now we're just going to kind of hang around a little bit. I'm going to fish. Because I'm waiting, I'm curious to see about the Pirate Cove. I think maybe the last time I was here, it might have been an odd day, I'm not sure of that. But we're going to find out because I'm trying to find them, just out of curiosity. So we're not going to make the mines today, that's okay. That is something I can do anytime I please. And today I do not please. CJ. I love that max cast sound. Flounder. Excuse me a minute. So apparently, I get possibility of two things I've been wanting. There will eventually, because he apparently did not give a date or anything, be a Stardew Valley 1.7. And also, I have been wanting some Stardew music played by an actual honest-to-God orchestra, because music is so synthesized these days that it's kind of sad. So if I can find it on the iTunes store, I'm going to download some sort of orchestral concert if I can find it. There's someone on the Discord server that I'm on that just posted a link to the Apple Music version. Well, I'm not an Apple Music member, but that if it's the same general thing, maybe I can get to it anyway. And that'll be great, because I love real instruments. So if you can swing it, I would suggest buying both the regular soundtrack and any alternate versions you can find that are played with actual instruments, because that's just awesome. Tuna. That's just a friendly, this is pretty good stuff. I'm not making any money off of it. I gain absolutely nothing if you should decide you want to go do it. It's just enjoyable music. More tuna. Yummy. I wonder if what he'll do with Stardew Valley 1.7 is maybe to add in some of the content from Stardew Expanded. Because that, as I understand it, I've never played it, is an absolutely massive mod. Okay, how am I doing on space here? I've been having inventory issues all day. Oh yes, that prize ticket. I forgot to turn that in. That's okay. Okay. I basically have one more slot, which means that I need to stop because I need to plant this banana sapling before I forget again and again. And then I'll come back. Something else I'd like to see added, and I don't know how to do it or if it's even possible, would be cross-platform multiplayer ability. Because I'd like to play with my dad. I got him to download the game, but he's grown bored with it because he hasn't figured out how to unlock anything. And he doesn't play it much. Basically, I only see him turn it on when we have internet issues, which is weird, but okay. Let's see here. Trees. Mango sprout, mango bush, palm tree, mahogany stump. Okay, so we'll go over here to this mango sprout. Where is it? Mango sprouts to the west. Taro root is almost too close, if not directly, definitely too close. I'm not sure there. Anyway, we will. I think it may be okay. There's a few dots. Mango sprout. We'll go around it. There's the mango bush at 88. It's almost grown. We'll go around that. We'll position ourselves at 84.46. Then we will plant that banana. As it is on Ginger Island, it is supposed to produce all year round once it finishes growing. So they say. The greenhouse is supposed to do some awesome stuff too, but I haven't been impressed with its performance when it comes to fruit trees anyway. Actually, I'm not really impressed with fruit trees at all. You only get a few fruits off of them. They don't produce the whole season like it says. Because it seems like they only hold a few at a time, and that's if you let it gather for a few days. But the only way to get the fruits is to use the axe, which, when you have an iridium axe, pretty much just wastes the tree. It takes like 2 chops to get rid of it. Although it doesn't actually chop the tree down. You get the sound like it does, and the tree stops producing for the year once you do. So it's kind of disappointing there. But now we have this banana tree in the ground, and we will eventually produce bananas. I wonder what you're supposed to do with the banana shrine. Do you put a banana on it when you get one? I don't know. That's on the east side. We'll figure that out later. Otherwise, there's not much on the east side that I need to be doing, and so I just feel like chopping down a bunch of weeds. Nothing here today, although it is rainy. Okay, that's enough of that. We will head back, I guess. Although actually no, on second thought, we'll sleep here so that we can water some crops that aren't covered by the sprinklers before I leave. And then we'll head on back and take care of the regular farm. eggs. Got that. Let's see, we gotta remember. Anyway, sleepy. $13,000 and some change yesterday, which wasn't the best day I've had. Wasn't the worst either. Here we go. We're on the island on a sunny day, which means that we have to do our own work. Hehehe.
You've got mail.
Got mail. Let's see what today's letter's about. Okay, the wizard sent us a jade. That was nice of him. So let's go water some crops. I need to grow these roots because I'm gonna trade them for an island TV. But after that, I'm not bothered either way. Whoops. You know what I just realized I didn't do? I didn't check yesterday. I didn't check the daily quest board. Oh well. Can't catch them all. Oh. Now we're picking up some ginger. And it's noon. Okay, that's it. There's not a lot of ginger West End today. But we've got some pineapple that's ready to be harvested if there's room, anyway, which is questionable. No. It'll wait. We'll go grab that slime. Just to splash it. That one gave us some ginger. Let's see what we dropped. Nothing important, just sap. Alright. Let's head over to the shipping bin. Blueberry in the bin. Blueberry in the bin. Sea jelly, yeah, we'll sell that. This time anyway. Couple of flounders. Yep, sell them. Some tuna. We'll hang on to that. But we'll sell the lionfish. Ooh, some gold rhubarb. Nice. Gold rhubarb, 3 of them's worth over 1,000. That won't be much of a surprise since the base one is 242, was it? 242? Anyway, there's some melon. Okay. And it is 2:20 and we're still not done, so of course we're going to pause time because I need to see Clint when I get back. Got that pineapple. Here's another one. And another. And another. And another. And another. And number 7. That is that for those. So now we're going to go head over to the north end. See how much ginger we can get over there. Ginger, ginger, ginger. is that. And I think we're just gonna get out of here. I'm not even gonna worry about the fossil stone today. It's been disappointing me, so. Plus, I've got a nearly full inventory. Time to get out of here. Lewis is here today. And Leah. And Leo lives here, so he doesn't really count. And Penny. Leo, I've noticed, is taken to being visible on the south end of the island when he usually kept to the east before you fixed up the resort for him. Found that out by literally running into Lewis that he was here, which made me look and see who else was. Anyway. We'll do the coconut first because it's kind of the most important of them. More tubers. Well, that was mildly disappointing. We have 2 empty spots, it looks like, so we'll break these artifact troves and see what we get. An ancient drum. Shame I can't play it. And an ornamental fan. Well, it's money. So, thank you, Clint. Now we'll get out of here. And we'll head for the manor house and pick up our prize from there. The house plant. I wish I had somewhere to sell those because I really don't need any more. I really don't. I have a chest full of, well, it's not full, but that's where my decorative stuff ends up if I have no idea what I'm supposed to do with it. I just stuff it in a chest since I can't sell it. And that is where this unfortunate houseplant is going to end up. Good thing they don't die. Now to the daily quests board. Farm fresh rhubarb. Mrs. Caroline, I wish that I could. Actually, since it's a daily quest, I may well be able to simply bring her one of the ones I just harvested. So here we go. Elliot is here today. Where is Caroline? I think she's outside. There she is. Hey, you brought me the item I asked for. Thanks so much. Here's your payment as promised. You're welcome. And it doesn't come much easier than that. $660 gold. And now we head back across to the farm. Whoops. That is if we can stop running into NPCs. Okay, I've got a bunch of jade. So we're going to sell that one, even though it was a gift. This ornamental fan goes. These pineapples aren't bad money either. 3 common or $9.90. So I will sell the gold ones then. Nine gingers into the panel view. And we'll sell the silver one too, the silver pineapple. 412 for one. Okay. This ancient drum goes. Then we're going to go back out to the bus stop because I forgot to drop off my... You know what, this mushroom sap may be in the way eventually. Anyway, we'll deal with that later when it becomes a problem. Forgot to drop off this houseplant that I don't need. Okay, there that goes. And let's see, what's next? But hey, yeah, we're gonna go to the silo and see if that fits. If not, I'll just toss it in a chest and use it when I need it. one thing I learned last winter is that even if you think you have enough hay, you don't. I never ran out, but that was because I stayed on top of it and also used what Marnie sent me. Yeah, the hay is down to 190 of 240, and I haven't even had a rainy day. That must have been a few times where the doors were late in opening because of, I don't know, just the mod didn't open them that way that day for some reason. Anyway, we're down to 190. So, I guess since I have time to do what needs done, and I cleared off all of the other debris, the stones and the weeds and all, cleared that off the other day. We're just gonna go and whack some grass, fill it up. Just because it never hurts to do it. I'll probably plant a bunch of wheat next summer just to get some hay. I may also see about a second silo. Some people talk like they've got tons of them, so. Okay, let's see how we're doing. $240 at $240, we're full again. And we've still got some grass. So good. Slime hutch is right next to the silo, so I'll have to chop down an oak tree, I guess, and plant elsewhere, maybe behind it, if I decide to get a second. Anyway. That's interesting. I'm just noticing that there's room for a crop that I don't have planted right now. So I've got some mixed seeds. So we will fix that. There's a quality sprinkler right there to water it. So let's find the seed. Oh, I've got a crap ton of mixed seeds. Let's see what I end up with. Parsnip. Alright. So we're going to go inside now. And we're going to clear inventory space so we can fill it up again. Such is life on Stardew Valley. I see we've got parsnips and potatoes ready at the very least. As a Matter of fact, I think maybe I forgot to harvest the parsnips yesterday. Oh well. Oops. Okay, so we got pineapple seeds that did not go where they were intended to go, so we'll fix that. Apparently, those are the first pineapple seeds I've been able to store, so be it. I did plant some in the greenhouse the other day. And we've got a melon that didn't go, excuse me, into the fridge. It's gold. I normally sell those, but since I don't have many yet, I'll hold on to it for now. And the gold rhubarb didn't go in there either, so we'll put that in. The flute blocks, I think I'll just stuff them in the aqua chest for now. They're the kind of random stuff. Let's see, budget TV, we'll stop for a moment and check the weather. For Sam, pollen tomorrow. Oh yeah. Sunny on Ginger Island, maybe he should go there. Fortune teller says... The fortune teller says the spirits are very happy today. Living off the land, this will be a rerun, but I still like watching them. Today he recommends scarecrows. And he also advertises for Pierre, although he doesn't mention him by name. Saying that the backpack upgrade is something worth getting. It is, but there needs to be an even larger one. I'm just saying. Here's the aqua chest. We will stuff the flute blocks in there for now. And let's see what we've got for grapes. $11 of one quality. Let's see. Excuse me. 7 of two different qualities. And 11 of a third, so I guess it was right there. So we have enough seeds for a month for the Junimos. And on top of what I already stuck in there for them. But I apparently didn't plant things properly. They aren't harvesting anything that I've noticed. Even when I deliberately planted near them. Anyway, we will take 15 of the grapes. We'll load up the dehydrators again. Where's Shane? Yep, there he is. Hi, Shane. Maybe I'll learn a new skill this year, he says. And I think maybe I just kissed him. I hope I did. That was what I was trying to do. Time to go. Dehydrator. Oops, I'm still carrying rhubarb. Gotta put them in another fridge. Okay. The next batch of raisins is brewing. And yes, I know that raisins don't brew, but you get the idea. It's far less interesting to say they're dehydrating, even though that is the technical description. Okay, let's see. That one is full. Okay, this one's got some room. So, in go the rhubarbs. Ah, that's where those were. Well, I'll move those over here. Because I know there are some shrimp in another one of these. Yep, here they are. And I am at least vaguely attempting to keep things together. Because that's part of what keeps filling up the fridge. Things get separated, and you've got, for example, shrimp at 2 different places. So anyway, that is done, and we head back outside. And we now must chase the animals first. Because at least whatever the crops do, they don't move. Hi, Sam. Some water in your bowl. Now we chase the rest of the animals. What? Whoops, accidentally harvested a potato. I was trying to pet an animal. Heh. Well, that's what happens when stuff gets in the way. Quack. Quack. Look. The dinosaur doesn't make any sound at all when you pet it. Cauliflower. We shall water thee. And then we shall find a pig. Fortunately, planting the rice near the water on the farm makes it basically take care of itself. Here's a cow. Where's that truffle? There we go. It's kind of in the way. Okay, now we've got some happy animals. And I think we'll leave that tulip where it is for a few days and see if, not this particular harvest because it wasn't ready yet and it didn't seem to factor in, but I think we'll leave it where it is and see if the next harvest after this particular batch of honey comes in will be tulip honey. So we'll go see about this worm bin and get ourselves some fishing bait. Here's the caviar. Yeah, about that. Have to be facing the right way, and I wasn't. Here's that keg of rice juice. And since I can't even fathom what rice juice is, maybe I'll just drink it. Okay, here's the crystallarium with a jade. And another with a lemon stone. And now we get some parsnips. And some tater. And some more tater. And some more tater. And some more tater. Potatoes. Mash 'em, boil 'em, stick 'em in a stew. I have enough potatoes and mushrooms to make a hobbit very happy at the moment. Especially mushrooms. Now we got some oak resin. Yeah, the fish are ready again. So we'll hold up a truffle just to mess with it. You know, not be holding a hoe or something. And there we go, now we got some roe. Can't get to the oak resin. I'm not sure if an animal's blocking the road or if a tree's gotten in the way. Leafy green bush and a pine tree. Alright, we're gonna just chop this. And move that pine cone too. Oops, that was what I wanted to do. Pine sprout, yeah, we'll ditch that one too. This oak sapling. And this acorn. Harvestable taproot, here we go. And we've got some rice that's ready. But we can't get there from here. Okay. So we got the rice. And I think, just for funsies, instead of milling this, we'll use it for seeds. First thing though, we're going to pick up this artifact that's hanging around on our farm. See what it is. Probably nothing interesting. Mixed seeds. Imagine that. Okay. So let's see. Seed maker, where art thou? I have two. Huh? That's interesting. I don't know how I got an ancient seed out of what I thought was a rice shoot, but okay. Yeah, I had rice selected. Got ancient seed. Okay. Maybe that's a bit of luck because ancient seed keeps producing when rice doesn't. Anyway, the rest of this. Go to the mill. Truffle. I've got a full inventory at the moment, so you'll have to wait. Well, no, you won't. I think I've got one. Here we go. Mill input. I went to the wrong side. I need to go to mill input. And then we got yesterday's rice out. And, I think since it's a good luck day, we'll drop this stuff off and then hit the mine. Not really in the mood, but to be honest, I'm never in the mood to hit the mine. It's a kind of a core part of the game, though. Actually, first thing I'm going to do is pick up all these truffles. Okay, so it is several hours later. I paused the recording to eat supper and prepare to watch a football game. And while I was over across the room, at one point I accidentally left the app running in the window with the time not frozen. And I got what I deserved for my inattention because we have lost the rest of day 11. That was after I had gotten rid of most of the stuff stuck it in chests that I was carrying, preparing to make that mine run. So, we will just call that an end to this video, and perhaps we'll get a mine run in before the Desert Festival, perhaps not. We'll see. Doesn't matter either way. Good night.